Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for little as $9 a month and also get access to an exclusive in-depth strategy video, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at MMTLP and the focus was on a potential double squeeze, so please refer back to the previous video for those updates. In today's video we're also going to be looking at MMTLP and the focus is going to be on new exposure that we are getting now, and also looking at reasons, which is a common question asked by many investors, and that is, first of all, why have shorts not covered, or why are shorts not covering, and why have not shorts covered when the price was quite low? So let's have a look at those answers to those questions shortly. So first of all, I'm going to have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, headline here from Bloomberg, and in terms of overall stocks, these are showing a little bit of positivity in terms of going up, and that is in response to data with regards to inflation, and the October producer prices rose 8% versus an estimate of 8.3%. So that is positive because obviously it's much lower than we expected. And in other developments, headline here from Reuters, Russian blue chip tanks after people killed in Poland near the Ukraine border. So it seems to be some kind of missile attack in Poland, which is a NATO member. So we have to stay tuned for this developing story and see what happens, but potentially it could affect oil and gas prices quite significantly. So let's start by having a look at the chart for MMTLP. So I'm going to share with you here the chart for the previous 5 days. So what we can see right now at time of editing, it is up in excess of 13%, currently trading at $9.51, and on a daily high it did reach an all-time high of approximately $9.85. So we're looking to break $10 hopefully tomorrow. I'm very confident of potentially the best day so far tomorrow, so stay tuned to see what happens tomorrow. But so far momentum has been excellent, and this has been a very unique play. Let's have a look at what's available for the shorts. So not good news for them, no more shares available, and so certainly looking very difficult to short now in terms of this latest data. In terms of this play, I'm sure many of you know now that this is certainly unique in terms of it has a cut-off date. So I have added a poll today, so you still have time to respond to this poll. So this poll was just added a few minutes ago. So far, if we look at the total number of votes in the previous 11 minutes, we're looking at 108 votes. And so far, in terms of the question, will this be the play of the month, the year, the decade, or a lifetime? So 55% of people so far saying it could be the play of a lifetime, 24% are saying it could be the play of the year, 16% are saying it could be the play of a decade, and 3.7% are saying it could be the play of the month. So certainly up there in terms of one of the major plays so far that we have seen so far. So shout out here to Chris, who said it is a legitimate opportunity to create life-changing money for a lot of people. 100% agree with that. At minimum, it's going to be for the decade in his opinion, but I think a lot of people it could be a lifetime. 100% agree there. So happy to have been in this since 2021, so a long-term holder. And finally, shout out here to Calibri, and she's added a special thanks here and said, glad I did not swing this play. Thanks, Ali. So this was a key message that myself, Tony from Market Moves, and also the Bird Lady and Terry were saying, in terms of this is not going to potentially go well for you, because this is a play that is unique. So if you were swinging this, especially if you were one of those people that exited at $6, it's obviously not good overall in terms of the situation. So thanks here for Calibri for obviously holding for. So before we look at the question, why have shorts not covered, or why are they not covering, I'm going to give a shout out to some of the Discord members here who have started off this topic with regard to shorts. So a statement here, first of all, once the shorts start to cover, the rest will start to cover. So they are left to pay the big price. And then obviously going on from there, one of the coolest aspects of this play, at this point it is practically impossible to be a bag holder unless you just got in today, and certainly obviously if you're in when it was trading around about $1, $1.30, $1.50, you could be up close to 900%, especially in the last few weeks. So certainly if you are, unless you're buying it today and having a little bit of fear and then selling on a small dip, nobody should be, as far as I'm aware, bag holding MMTLP. And finally, another shout out here. I'm curious to what this stock does after S1 is approved. Could be life changing or could go bust. Either way, most of us are up 1000% approximately, and so far this is my favorite team in terms of let's ride. So what I have added on in terms of this statement is I do expect to get dates very, very soon. Obviously that will happen once we get S1 approval. After that, a very important point here, all shorts must 100% exit, and this is where this play becomes very unique. So let's now have a look at the question, why have shorts not covered? So this is a common question asked by many people, so we're going to try and address this now. So in terms of response number one, some estimates are at approximately 80 million. So you may be surprised to hear that, but this is have a quick look at an article here from Microcap Daily that was just issued a few days ago, and what they are stating here is once S1 is approved, shorts will have 15 days to cover the 80 million shares sold short. So I'm not aware of confirmation of this figure, but I'm happy to go with this figure. There have been other figures as well, but if we go with this figure, this is probably a figure that is going back to 2021 at the original time of the merger. So if that is the case, then we are in for a very interesting ride. So number two, what I've stated here is not enough people are selling and many cannot sell. So congratulations to everybody out there for obviously being aware of the message. And special thanks to the Bird Lady, Terry and Tony and myself here for getting that message across, and that has caused a significant amount of difficulty for the shorts because people are not selling. So number three, shorts have still been cheeky enough in my opinion to be shorting, but right now they are getting burned because it's just not going down. You've seen that, everybody's seeing that, and following on from that, I'm sure you're all aware early on when we had the S1, shorts expected the retail to cave in, they expected it to people to sell. They brought out the elephant, they brought out the alpha, they created the FUD, but it didn't work. Number five, shorts tried to crash the price with the S1 delays, but it didn't work. So we saw, you know, that's a little bit of speculation in terms of that, but what we can say potentially there is they tried to take advantage of the S1 delays. Number six, they may be worried about the price shooting up excessively if they do cover. So that there is a little bit of fear. The shorts are worried if they start to cover now in numbers, we are going to see a significant volume up increase. So this is not, there is not a big float. This is a short float, 165 million approximately. And finally, a very important point to be aware of, by nature, many shorts only cover if they have to or if they are forced to. Once we get the S1, they will have to and they will be forced to. So all shorts hidden away, you know, and not being exposed so far will be out. To cover, they will be out looking for your shares, and that is when the play will become very, very interesting. The final thing I'd like to do is have a look at some of the exposure that MMTLP as well as MMAT has been getting recently, especially with regard to what's been happening in the price for both. We have been seeing signs, especially of a potential double squeeze. MMAT has also been doing exceptionally well. So first of all, shout out here to the Zip Trader who has jumped on board. He has been covering MMAT, and I believe today he also covered MMTLP. So shout out to the Zip Trader. He has a significant following, just in excess of 600,000. So check out that video there. And shout out now to the Metamaterial News who gave a shout out following on from that to to Timothy Sykes. So Timothy Sykes is also one of the big content creators on YouTube who is now covering MMTLP, and Timothy also appeared on the Steve Harvey show. So we're getting coverage from there, and one which I think, I'm not sure if it's still there, but we have been getting coverage on Wall Street Bets. So special thanks to Tony for getting an article with some due diligence on there earlier. It was removed, but maybe this one here by round ad 6240, again covering potential sale of assets in the Oro Grande, has been accepted. Maybe it's because he's spelled deliberately wrong, or accidentally wrong, Oro Grande, O-R-E. So that's good news there. So good special shout out there. And then finally, shout out to Brendan Gustafero, who has been covering MMTLP fairly recently, so check out his channel, excellent coverage. So thank you, Brendan, for covering this, and he also covers many other stocks with short squeezes, so check out Brendan's channel as well. And finally, a quick shout out to our weekly watch list. This is something that's shared exclusively with the Discord members prior to trading on a Monday. So we have had some exceptional calls this week. Not all calls are successful, but Unsi was called. That was up 12% yesterday, and it was up 10% today. So congratulations to everybody who got in on that. Ilis was up close to 11% yesterday, and I think a little bit of consolidation down today. We also called out JUPW. That was up in excess of 8% yesterday, up also again today 5%. So congratulations to everyone in that one. We also called out TMDX. That was up 8% yesterday, and I think it's trading around about level today. MTDR was up 3% yesterday, and I think it's up approximately 3% today as well. And also many of the stocks, TBLT was up in excess of 60% yesterday. So in order to get advanced notification of our weekly watch list as well as our daily stock alerts, you can certainly consider joining us in the Discord for as little as $9 a month. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.